Hey guys.
Hey.
We are actually here with something a little different. We're here with a movie review.
Yes.
We were talking about doing this for a while, so we started, let's just start with a movie we just saw last night, Uncharted. It's something that we both are familiar with because we both played the games. So we thought it would be interesting to start doing this. From time to time, we're going to start doing reviews. So it's better enough to start off with a movie that we've been anticipating for a while.
Yeah, and we know about it. It's not like a movie that, we talk about. But we know the games, so I feel confident in talking about it for sure.
Yeah. So, we're just going to start saying this is also a spoiler review. So,
oh, yeah.
if you have not seen the movie, click out, go watch the movie, then come back. But this is spoilers, okay? It's in the title, too, so if you clicked on it and we're spelling stuff, that's your own fault.
Leave! I'm just joking. No,
that's
leave.
That's your own fucking fault, yeah. But, so let me just start off by saying that I think this is probably one of the better video game adaptations. I do think that this genre is not that... I feel like video game movies are hard to do. Well, actually, I feel like it should be easy, but they keep fucking it up. It's like the material there and they keep fucking it up. This one, I feel like they fucked it up, but it wasn't as bad, Yeah, that's my... What's yours?
So I haven't played all the games. I've only played, 1 and 2?
And you're almost done with 3, but you didn't finish it.
I didn't finish it because I was busy. But, I have just more, generally, I know what the game is about and I love the games.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed there was puzzles here and there that are exactly like in the games, and I appreciated that. I don't think they casted Mark Wahlberg appropriately. Tom Holland did absolutely amazing.
I thought he did a really good job. I was skeptical about him going in. Like, going to the movie, that was the scariest part. Is I hope Tom Holland doesn't fuck this up. But within the first few minutes of watching him, I feel like he just nailed Nathan Drake. He wasn't doing exactly like Nolan North does, the person who does play Nathan Drake in the video games. He put his own little spin to it, but I kind of got the feeling that he was like... He put his own spin on it, but he felt like Nathan Drake, if that makes any sense,
And we got to see him.
Yeah.
He was in a small little cameo on the beach.
Yeah.
So that was nice. It was nice to hear his voice. Yeah. It was like...
Yeah, you recognize his voice, right?
I kind of felt like it would have been cuter if he had a bigger cameo.
Yeah.
Because he was just on the beach, just having a drink. But it would have been cuter if maybe it was like a... Kind of like... Maybe if he had a paragraph of lines, just
But I think it's a little nod.
But then it would have been cute for the next movie.
Yeah.
If then he could just be another, I don't know.
Also, I think that I have a strong feeling that I haven't watched no one's review or anything, so this is just my personal opinion. I think a lot of people may be pissed off the fact that it's not exactly like the games, but like the story or anything's not following specifically like number 1 or 2 or 3. Doing their own thing. It is a prequel, but people who haven't played the games, they won't know that, So,
like for Chloe.
Yeah, for Chloe. Like for Chloe, I feel like, because I know you don't even like her in video games, so.
No, I never liked Chloe in video games.
I personally like Chloe, but she is kind of a wishy-washy character. So in the beginning, I had the feeling that she was going to be... That's the thing about Nathan Drake or Uncharted in general. He's always getting betrayed, At some point of the story, someone betrays him. So I was wondering who was going to be that person. I knew it was going to be Chloe. The thing about Victor Sullivan is... that was probably where I feel like a lot of people might get upset. And I feel like maybe that was your biggest problem with the movie too. Was their back and forth. Where if you play the video game, I think the third one, they do a backstory. They didn't trust each other all that much. They were it was very small. They went all out in the movie, but in the beginning of the meeting, they were trying to one up each other. And I feel like they really dived into that in this movie. That's why I kind of felt like I didn't like Victor Sullivan's character all that much in this movie.
Yeah, but maybe they're setting it up for the next movie, or maybe they'll have a better bond.
Yeah.
So if that's what they're going for, then okay, I guess I understand that point of view. But I want to talk about Mark Wahlberg's acting. Okay, I like his movies. I think they're a fun time, really. But there were some scenes when Tom Holland, he was talking about his brother. You know, he was giving emotion, really.
Yeah, he really was.
But Mark Wahlberg wasn't giving emotion back.
Yeah.
And it's maybe I know you're saying, well, maybe that's not what his character would have done, but I felt like Sully was in the video games. He did give emotion back to Nathan Drake when they were having those moments. Mm-hmm. So I felt like because Mark Wahlberg didn't, I feel like he wasn't like acting because he wasn't really acting with his partner Tom Holland. I feel like Tom Holland's performance went down a little bit because he didn't have a partner to spar with.
Yeah.
You know, so that's like my big issue is he shouldn't have been casted.
My other big issue is where I think that the movie did real well is the puzzles that you were saying. They did a really good job doing the puzzles and all that stuff, but some of the stuff didn't really make sense. Like they were talking about a scene where they went into this tunnel and no one's been there for like 500 years, but then there's a fucking nightclub going on like the next door and over, you know, like a bar scene. Like they had to go through a thing behind the bartender to get to this other room where I was like, why did that need to be there? Couldn't it be something else besides like a club or everything being like besides like a I don't know.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, it's just weird. That was something that I had a pet peeve about, you know, or the fact that they didn't really focus on. My biggest one is they didn't have no kill count. You know, I don't even think Nathan Drake had a fucking gun in this movie except for the very end. You know, like when you play Uncharted, you're shooting off people in each little location. He didn't really do that. I feel like each person still stayed alive towards the end of the movie. You know.
I also want to talk about Antonio Banderas. He was in this movie. I love Antonio, but
that was another.
He wasn't like
Yeah. He got me like little like Lex Luthor vibes from the DCEU where like what's his name, Jesse Eisenberg. All he talked about was his fucking father, and I think that's what he basically did too. It's like he was talking about his father too much. Why did his father need to be in the movie?
Yeah, I don't think that
was important to let him know that he has daddy issues.
Yeah, I don't think that really was important.
Yeah.
Like later, I don't think.
Yeah.
But that I don't know her name, but she's like one of the henchmen.
I forget her name too.
She's in that Sabrina movie.
Yeah.
She looks great. Yeah. I liked her in it. I thought she looked so fucking badass. But I don't see the connection with her and Antonio Banderas. I didn't see.
What he was doing was he was hiring her, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think they meshed well when they were acting.
Yeah. I will say this too. Like the thing about this movie too is they actually did. If you pay attention, they actually did take parts, little pieces from every one of the movies or every one of the games. Like Antonio Banderas, his little scene. I got the part where he was about to be double crossed. That actually happened in the first one, where you think he's the main bad guy, but his partner was actually the main villain. You know, the person he hired. In the second game, getting double crossed a lot. Obviously, the plane going down to the third one, and then the ships was another one that was mainly focused on the fourth game, which you haven't played.
But, no, I played that one.
Yeah, but it was that scene where that was exactly from the game, you know.
And the scenes with the brother.
Yeah.
In the beginning when they were trying to get the map.
Yeah.
That was which game was that?
That was from the fourth one as well.
Oh, then how do I know that? Maybe
I think you saw
I'm not sure I was watching you play that one. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like to me. I'm like, oh, this is it. And then the orphanage, just like the
exactly straight up from the game as well.
Yeah.
And him dying, that's another thing too. Like this is why it's good to know this is a prequel, because in the fourth game, Nathan believes that his brother is dead. You know.
Yeah.
He was shot and left dead. The only difference is that Nate saw it versus Victor telling him that he saw that he died. So him being in jail is great. Or I knew that was gonna end up happening.
I am really excited for the next one, though. I hope
they make another one. Yeah, because the couple things I was disappointed in, that there was not that much action in it. Like, you know, like him getting out of situations. You know, like for prime example, when he was doing that little exhibit or whatever, the auction or whatever, I think would have been a pretty cool thing is maybe them trying to get the thing, the little key. That he could have done the hopping the car situation they do in every game or something like that.
Yeah.
Or doing some more killing counts or something.
Was this filmed during like COVID times?
This was definitely filmed during COVID.
Okay, so maybe
that was the reason.
Maybe
why.
they couldn't do as much hand-to-hand combat as other movies because when they were doing the auction, all the seats were spread apart. I was like, oh, they definitely it was definitely because they're not usually spread apart that much. Yeah. So.
You could just tell, like, that was the number one thing I had a problem with. It's like, Nate, when are you gonna take a body? You know, like, when you start killing some people, you know? But he was just leaving. I do think that, I don't know, I just think that, again, Mark Wahlberg was also another, I feel like during the interview, or during the press and everything, you see Mark Wahlberg rocking the mustache. He looks good in the mustache. So my thing is, why couldn't he wear it in the movie, you know? Like... Or have some sort of like cigar thing because he always loved his cigars.
Well, at the end of the movie, we saw at the end there was like
it's like a little knob. That was about it.
Yeah, but I think in the next movie he's gonna wear it. Yeah. If this was supposed to be a prequel, maybe he wanted to look younger. Yeah. And then the next movie he's gonna look older. Yeah. And then because he in the video games he's not older. He has gray hair and he's an older gentleman. You know.
I would compare this movie to Tomb Raider. Have you seen that one?
Which one?
The movie that just came out like a couple of years ago. It was also. I loved the Tomb Raider games, but that one I felt like it was they was focusing too much on the puzzles and not much on the, actual stuff that makes the gun popular. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I would compare this movie to that, but I feel like this one was a little bit better. You know.
So I'm ready to rate it.
Yeah, what are you gonna do it?
Oh. I'm gonna go with an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think it was solid. Yeah. There's some room for improvement. Yeah. But it wasn't like I didn't leave. I wasn't bored, and I didn't leave like disappointed. Yeah. But they could have done more. But I'm gonna say 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go maybe 7 out of 10. There's definitely room for improvement. I feel like they could have added a little bit more action scenes. If you've seen the trailers, you've seen every single action sequence that's in the movie. So that hopefully in the fourth one they can introduce Elena, because that was always my favorite part of the games was
me too. I like
Elena between Elena and Nate. So hopefully they cast someone really nice or something that Tom Holland has
someone has that good chemistry.
With, you know. Do not hire Zendaya because I think they have good chemistry, but I don't think she'd be wrong for. You know.
She could play it though. Why not?
No, I don't want to see that. You know, I think this is good for her being the Spider-Man things. You know. But yeah. Overall, I thought it was a decent time. Anyway, just going. Sorry, I'm about to say the full reaction. But if you guys
like this, just like comment and tell us if you guys
subscribe to the channel, and we also do reactions if you guys don't know, and check that out. And we'll see you guys in our next video.
Bye.
No.